Good evening, lovely tubers. My name is the White Mexican, and welcome to Market Watch Investments. I have a plethora of cards that I'll be showcasing for you guys tonight, and I do hope that you will enjoy. Getting things kick-started tonight is going to be Lord of the Heavenly Prison. This is a really phenomenal card that is a solo print from Burst of Destiny, and it's actually seeing some pretty good play in Outlich. Now, my personal White Mexican theory, I believe that Outlich is going to be a relatively solid choice for competitive play, as it could potentially tear up the new meta. Time will tell, but I'm considering playing Outlich /stun /skill drain / deck next format, amongst other things. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this. If you guys aren't familiar with what this card does, it's got two different effects. You might want to pause the video and read it. But the thing that is really good about this is if you proc it while it's revealed, you can set one magic or trap directly from your deck, and that is like generic anything. Really good. Also can be special summon, and it's a dark 3000 3k beater, and it's level 10. Just a lot of really great stuff going on here. Starting market price for this across the board is pretty much going to be like 21-23 bones. There's a fat stack of 10 right here from Core TCG. And again, this is just an all-around, just really solid card. Next is going to be Constellar Pallades. This is the dual terminal 2 ultra rares, and these are going for some insanely good money. So 2 level 5 light monsters, potentially cyber dragons maybe, and you know, there's like a plethora of light decks that you can use, but really great. So once per turn during either player's turn, you can return one card, anything, monster, magic, trap. Pretty insane. 25 on the attack on this one. Starting market price for this is going to be 35 bones for lightly played copies, and that's going to go to about 36 for near mint. And if we switch over to bulk prices, it's going to be about 37, and it's going to jump up to 45 after that. So quickly dissipates on the market. Now there are the original secret rares out of Hidden Arsenal, which are really the only ones that are going to be of noteworthy in my personal opinion. And these are pretty pricey as well. You want to go first edition exclusively, and these are about a little over 6 bones for these 2 stacks here. And the first playset is going to be right here for 7. So all around really solid, rank 5. Next is going to be Mud Dragon of the Swamp. So this is the original print, donning out 2018 Megatons as the promos as an ultra rare. Not the most handsome looking guy in the deck, but interesting effect on this. So it does have this quick effect here, and it can change its attributes, so that alone makes it have really great unique history merit, being like kind of like a one-of card to do that. It's pretty unique. And I was actually playing online today, and someone, this was a super poly target, someone swapped out one of my Golden Boys and one of their other, it was actually their Fairy Tale Snow. So Fairy Tale Snow is a spellcaster, Golden Boy's a zombie, but they both are light, so they swapped it out with super poly. And it was really interesting play. It really got me like kind of the gears turning in my mind. Never really considered about using this, but I think it's actually interesting. You see Super Poly being displayed here on the showcasing sidebar. Starting market price for this is relatively cheap. It's around 2 bones, give or take, pretty much all across the board. There's a 4 stack here, another 4 stack here for a bone, so not too much of a big deal. Now there is the rare versions, but they're just rares from Toon Chaos, so might as well just spend a bone and get the ultra rare, being that's the original print. Mind Over Matter is going to be next. So people talk about O-Fish, and there's, you know, it's a good card because it has a recycle factor, and it can, you know, stop a lot of things, kind of trap all that good stuff. Kind of silly artwork. Same with this one too. But you never really know when psychic support is going to come and when like a new top tier psychic deck is going to be used. I mean, we already have, what is it? What's the quick play that special summons? I forget, like a level 3 psychic. Anyway, I can't remember, but you know, that card was banned for a while, and now it's back. It's, you know, really good. It's a really good card. And psychics, again, they don't have a lot of representation, but they could. And this is an all-around really solid kind of trap card that pretty much negates almost anything. But if we notice, for the original print rares donning out of the Duelist Genesis, these are pretty much swept up off the market. For bulk prices first edition, there's only these few stacks available. And, you know, again, this card used to be like $0.25, and now it's a couple bones a piece. So it's getting swept up. So kind of no surprise to that. I think it's people are starting to prepare earlier for these type of changes. And then, of course, there's the Shatterfoil from Monster League. Now, I wouldn't recommend buying this. Personally, I've invested in some Shatterfoils myself. And they are excuse me, I choked. They just don't look really good. They're kind of like the Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1. They just don't come off very well. They're just not like DTA'd like at all whatsoever. So I really don't recommend, and they're relatively pricey too. I mean, for like first edition bulk prices, they're going for like 3+ bones. These ones are 0.5, but they have this fine bone shipping. So I would go with the original rares. Just, you know, go through your bulk and dig them out. Hidden Armory is going to be next. So the last segment of this market watch is going to be specifically for Astral Pack 1 through 2. These are specifically for super rares that are under 2 bones for bulk prices for Nearmint Lily plates exclusively. Now there are 2 cards that are roughly around the 3 bone mark, but they are really good, and I think they're still fantastic buys at 3 bones. So me personally, I love super rares, especially OTS super rares, OTS/Astral Pack, these old like tournament pack cards. And they're really underlooked, so I want to show some love and shine some light on them tonight. So getting started is going to be Hidden Armory. And this card, it takes away your normal summon, but again, if you're playing a deck where you just special summon a lot, it's really not that big of a deal. The versatility behind this, of being able to rip one from the graveyard or the deck, is really strong. Pretty cool artwork on this as well. And well under a bone, and this is even for, again, Nearmint Lily plate stacks, and the first couple stacks here are under a bone, so definitely falls in the ruling of being under the 2 bone mark. Now, I don't remember what the other variants are. This is definitely the best variant because everything else is just rare or common. There is a mirrored super rare from Infinity Chasers, but that's a subset, so definitely go with the Astral Pack 1 as the highest rarity. Heretic Dragon of Tefnuit is going to be next. So this card is really great. Obviously in Heretic, I personally love the engine, the deck type, the deck core myself. But what's really awesome about this is if this card's tributed, you can special summon one normal dragon type monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So the versatility behind this is just ridiculous. I know that there's not a lot of vanillas running around, but you can whip out a tuner. There's a lot of different versatility to this, and there's a lot of range. This has great artwork. Again, it's a very old school super rare from Astral Pack. Astral Pack is insanely ancient. And these are just, the best thing is it's just extremely affordable. Well under a bone even for bulk prices here for the majority of, if not all, of the first page here. So incredible stuff. There also was the reprints, the disgusting Ghost of the Trash reprints, ultra rares and dual power ultra rares, which really I think are subpar compared to this Astral Pack super rare. And this is, you know, insanely affordable too. So I just can't get enough of that. Flammable Fire Dog is going to be next. So it doesn't seem too great because it seems like this is deck specific because it has to be, but when you look at 200 or less defense, you never really know when Konami's going to make some support for fire support. I know fire and wind is not really a big like support. It's mostly water, sometimes water, mostly light and dark, and earth for the most part are kind of the biggest attributes for like big dot decks. But you never really know when Konami's going to make some fire support where they have 0, 100, maybe even 200, but more than likely probably 0 defense, so you can proc pretty much any fire monster, especially when straight out of the deck. And this can be normal summon, it can be special summon. It's a 1900 beater, a level 4, so some really great XYZ synergies, and it's a fire, and it's got really badass artwork too. This looks like the demon dog from like Lava Golem's realm. It looks really cool. And this is one of the ones that's 3 bones specifically for bulk prices. The ones at 2Z prices are within that 2 bone range, but if you want to go bulk prices, which I highly recommend, it's going to be around 3 bones for this 10 stack here. And it's going to jump to about 4 bones after that for a fat stack of 22. Now I believe this is the highest rarity that we have of this card. This is an insanely old card. And it is, all the other versions are common, so this is really going to be the best one. So definitely something food for thought for the future. Kagamusha is going to be next. So I'm a huge Six Samurai player. I love Six Samurais. just a big fanboy of them. I actually came back in the game when like Shein and Gateway were at 3, and it was just nuts. And I think it was Extreme Victory was just coming out and all that stuff. So really cool card. This is the highest rarity of Kegamusha, I believe, to my understanding, and this is one of those cards that's slightly a little bit more above the market price, around 3, but still keep in mind this is Astral Pack 1. It's insanely old. This is probably one of the more significant tuners in my personal opinion, and I think most Six Samurai players would agree. And there's bulk prices available for 3, and then it goes to about 4 for the second one, and obviously trickles up more after that. So really great stuff. Again, I think that this was, and then there was just the common, so only 2 prints on this, so really great stuff on Kegamusha. Inzektor Centipede is going to be next. So I know that we already kind of are past the wave of the new support for Inzektors, but this is a fan favorite deck in my personal opinion. I know a lot of players that like this. Me myself really like this a lot. Again, that like 2011-ish, 2012 era of like windups Inzektors was just very infamous. A lot of players have a lot of nostalgia memories to that specific time period in the game, and this is the highest rarity of this card. And it's really affordable again, and this is just, it's a really fun deck to play. It's not necessarily good right now. It's a little too slow in my personal opinion, but everything, like all the cards have really awesome artwork, and it's just a really fun deck to get in high rarity, and this is the highest rarity of this card. And it's insanely affordable. Nice 13 stack here for under 2 bones a piece. And then, well, at least for this one, and then it's gonna, kind of break the dollar mark after that. So again, just commons. For the other are commons and rares, so I mean, big whoop, who cares. Spend 2 bones and get bulk prices of the super rares. Now Spiritual Water Aoi is going to be next, and again, this is one of those ones that it breaks the 2 bone mark for bulk prices, but this is a really strong card. I'm really surprised that a lot of, well, maybe people are, I'm not sure, I don't really watch a lot of other people's market watches, but I think this is a really underrated card. You tribute 1 water, and then you can basically like mind crush your opponent. You can see their hand, and you can also rip 1 from their hand, which I think is really strong. Really cool artwork. Again, like, I'm a big water fanboy. I love water decks. And this is by far the strongest spiritual water trap card. There's several different ones that do different things. And starting market rate for near mints bulk prices, there's a stack of 8 here for 2.5 plus a 99-cent shipping. That's going to quickly jump up after that. So for this first 8 stack, I think that's going to be bought out pretty quickly, because this is just a phenomenal card. Again, this is the highest rarity that we have. All the other variants were common, and again, it's Astral Pack 2 super rare. There's Dark Revs common, which is pretty cool too, but this is hollow foil, and it's also Astral Pack, so you definitely want to go with that one. Trap Sun is going to be next. So there's a lot of really great variants of this. There's DT, there's Secrets. I'm just showcasing this because I want to go kind of in order. So Astral Pack 1 and 2 for today's market watch, and eventually I'll move on to Astral Pack 3 and 4. And this just happens to be from the set, so I'm showcasing it right now. For bulk prices, this is, Phantom over a Bone here for these first couple of bulk prices. A fantastic card. 1 turn, basically Royal Decree, cardboard on cardboard artwork, and again, just another fantastic rarity from a really awesome old set. Harpy's Hunting Ground is going to be next. So there is other super rare variants of this, but I believe that it was Legendary Collection. Joey's World had the mirrored super rare, which I don't remember if that came out before or after the set. It was roughly around the same time, I believe. Both insanely old prints. This one I would prioritize more, again, because even though I'm overly obsessed with Legendary Collection 3, 4, and Legendary Collection Kaiba, this is still, I feel like there's less on the market, and this just wasn't opened up as much as Legendary Collection for Joey's World of Mirrored Super Rare. So fantastic card. Again, Harpies, there's a player base behind it. There's some fanboys. It's really cool that they included the Ojamas in this like very specific Harpies card. I like it when they kind of cross over deck builds, I guess, art attributes or whatever you want to call them together. It's really cool for artwork purposes. And Fast 42 right here for 0.5 bone. Incredible for lightly played. Near mints for a bone. I don't think that's, it is a fat stack of 42, but that's just something to consider. Another really great one. And then these last couple cards is going to be some Brotherhood stuff. So it's going to be Raven and this is under a bone for bulk prices, fat sack at 25 here, and then it trickles up after that. So again, I just really like the search effect behind this, or like this direct search, direct set, I guess, is really cool. Really cool artwork on this. Never built this deck, but it seems really cool, and it seems that people had like a really good time with it. And then same for Hawk as well. Really cool artwork, and then it's got the whole like, you know, dig one from your deck effect. And there's a fat sack of 45 here for 0.25 bone. This is insanely affordable. I honestly think I'm going to pick up some of these just because, again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is an insanely old set. These are really nice rarities of super rares from Astral Pack, and you never really know when these sets are going to be given new support. Like, it reminds me of stuff like Burning Abyss. You know, Burning Abyss and Shadal's have really nice OTS Astral Pack super rares cards, and they increase when they get more support. They grow in popularity. That's how you can really fluctuate some good value in this game, by picking them up when they're not really noticeable. And the last one is going to be Geargia Accelerator. So this, again, so Earth Machines, this, and Geargia specifically, it's just, you know, an engine, and this is the highest rarity as a super, I believe, as a super rare. I don't know what the other variants is. So yeah, so 2 other commons and super rare, and again, just insanely affordable even for bulk prices. So maybe something to consider if you want to drop a bone for a playset, or a bone for, you know, a bone for each for a playset, and then 16 here. It's definitely something to consider. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you've enjoyed this content, please share it with someone that you believe will also enjoy it. The world is a dark place and life can be difficult. Please be aware that you never know what others are enduring. Please remember to be a friend, be a brother, be a sister. Love and encourage those that surround you always. I hope you guys are making some fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh! Investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by The White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.